It was not business as usual for the Latin Grammys, with two urban acts, Residente and Maluma, leading the list of nominees, each in unprecedented fashion. Residente garnered his 9 nominations from many songs in multiple categories, while Maluma took 6 of his 7 nominations from only 2 categories. Both paths highlight an eclectic list of nominations, where collaborations and fusions were more relevant than ever, and were very commercial product, including the now fabled Despacito, up for 4 awards, coexisted with lesser-known, more niche-driven projects. Residente, who parted ways with Calle 13 to launch an adventurous solo project based on his DNA, is the lead nominee for the 2017 Latin Grammys, with a grand total of 9 nods. They include Album of the Year for Residente, his first solo album, and Song and Record of the Year for Guerra. In a departure, particularly for an album that had no radio singles, Residente also has different tracks up for Best Urban Fusion Performance, Dagambas and Tamale, Best Urban Song, Somos and Normal, and Best Tropical Song, Hijos del Canaveral, while the ethereal music video to Desencuentro, a rare love song, is up for Best Short-Form Music Video. Following Residente in number of nominations is Colombian star Maluma, who, in what may be a first for the Latin Grammys, has the same 3 recordings competing in both Record and Song of the Year. Felices las for Chantaje, where he is featured on Shakira's track, and Vente Paca, where he is featured in Ricky Martin's track, are all up for Record of the Year. Because Maluma has co-writing credit in all 3 tracks, he also garners nods in the Song of the Year categories, which are given to the songwriters. Chantaje is also up for Best Urban Fusion Performance, giving Maluma his 7th nod. Following Maluma with 6 nominations is Shakira, garnering 3 of those with Chantaje, her track with Maluma, while her album El Dorado is also up for Album of the Year and Best Contemporary Pop Vocal Album. Wayne's, Mon Laferte and producer-engineer-songwriter Kevin Jimenez ADG, who works with Maluma, have 5 nominations each. Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee, the artists behind Despacito, are up for 4 awards each for the track, Song of the Year, as writers, Record of the Year, Best Short-Form Music Video and Best Urban Fusion Performance, where they're nominated for the Despacito remix that features Justin Bieber. On his end, Wayne's is nominated for Album and Best Pop Rock Album of the Year for his visual album, Miss Plain Cinemart, which is also up for Best Long-Form Video. While the Latin Grammys have long struggled to find a balance between what's commercially successful and what's critically acclaimed but obscure, this year the award seemed to have found middle ground. I obviously think the Despacito nominations are sensational, says Gabriel Ibarrua, president-CEO of the Latin Recording Academy. How could I explain, had it not gotten nominated, he said with a laugh. The fact that this year's nominations seem more commercially inclined, says Ibarrua, could be explained by the fact that there's a new generation of younger voting members. They come with new thoughts and new music, but they still recognize the traditional music that represents our roots, he says, citing nominated product that blends old and new by the likes of Ruben Blades and Natalia Lafourcade. Because the main categories, record, album and song of the year, all have 10 nominees, there's ample space for different tastes. The Album of the Year category, for example, includes albums by Shakira, Nicky Jam, Ruben Blades and Danny Suarez, a young veteran of Cuba's new hip-hop movement. Likewise, nominees for Song of the Year include Natalia Lafourcade's Tu Si Sabes Quirm, Ella by superstar singer-songwriter Ricardo Arjona, and In Mon Lafort's Amerim featuring Wayne's competing alongside Despacito and Chantaje. For Bearua, the highlight of the nominees was the quality of most of the best new artists. I think the business is becoming very dynamic, and there are new artists who are taking new risks and defending their music. I feel there's a lot of opportunity. Of more than 500 submissions for Best New Artist, an award that is tended to shun big successes, the 10 nominees include at least 7 signed to major labels: CNCO, Sebastian Yatra, Sofia Reyes, Martina La Peligrosa, Vicente Garcia, Danny Suarez and Maui Ricky. As ever, there are inexplicable absences. Ozuna, who currently has a record 11 songs on Billboard's Hot Latin Songs chart, is not a nominee for Best New Artist, for example, nor are any of his songs up for awards, even though a handful were released by the Latin Grammy deadline. Nominees to the Latin Grammys were chosen in 48 categories from over 10,000 total submissions and are voted upon by members of the Latin Academy who also vote for the winners. This year's Latin Grammys will air live on the Univision network on November 16 and will be produced by a new team that includes Jose Tillon and Terry Lacona, longtime producer of Austin City Limits. Song of the Year, a Songwriters Award, Amerim, Mon Laferte, Songwriter, Mon Laferte featuring Wayne's, Chantaje, Kevin Mauricio Jimenez Londono, Brian Snyder Lescano Chavera, Joel Antonio Lopez Castro, Maluma, and Shakira. Songwriters, Shakira featuring Maluma, Desde que estamos juntos, Decimir Bueno and Melendi. Songwriters, Melendi, Despacito, Daddy Yankee, Erica Ender and Luis Fonsi. Songwriters, Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee, Ella, Ricardo Arjona. Songwriter, Ricardo Arjona, Felices Los Four, Mario Casillas, Kevin Mauricio Jimenez Londono, Maluma, Servando Primera, Steven Rojas and Brian Snyder Lescano Chavera. Songwriters, Maluma, Guerra, Residente and Jeff Trucco. Songwriters, Residente, La Fortuna, Diana Fuentes and Tommy Torres. Songwriters, Diana Fuentes featuring Tommy Torres. Tu Si Sabes Quirm, Natalia Lafourcade. Songwriter, Natalia Lafourcade featuring Los Macarinos. Vente Pa Ca, Nerman Harambasic. Maluma, Ricky Martin, Mauricio Montaner, Ricky Montaner, Lars Pedersen, Carl Ryden, Justin Stein, Ronnie Viter Svensson and Ann Judith Stockywick. Songwriters, Ricky Martin featuring Maluma Best Regional Song, a Songwriters Award. Compromiso Descortado, Espinoza Paz. Songwriter, Leonardo Aguilar, Ganas de Volver, Horacio Palencia. Songwriter, Horacio Palencia, Sentimiento Emborchado, Raul Jimenez He. And Chucho Rinkin. Songwriters, Santiago Arroyo, Siempre Es Así, Juan Trevino. Songwriter, Juan Trevino featuring AJ Castillo, Vale Lapina, Edgar Barrera, Martin Castro Ortega and Alfonso Lizarraga. Songwriters, Banda El Recodo de Cruz Lizarraga. Best MPB, Música Popular Brasileira, Album dos Navegantes, Edu Lobo, Romero Lubambo, and Moros na Cena Musical. Alexander Pires Silva canta Marissa, Silva Pense que Force Minha, Antonio Zambujo Zana. For a full list of nominations, go to Latin Grammy.